Ciao Bella, welcome to Bella and Janetto. I'm Christina, and I'm so glad that you're here with me today. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. No matter how long you've been here, I always appreciate your time. I just want to take another moment and tell you all how absolutely grateful I am to be over 900. I am, oh, yay, it came through. I am still wanting to meet that goal of 1,000 subscribers, not for any other reason than to prove my son wrong. For those of you that are new here, my son issued a challenge that I could not get to 1K because there are not enough people that think that yarn is important. And I've been trying, when he was here last summer, I was really trying to get to that 1K goal while he was here, because he said that if I ever did manage to get there, that he would go live with me. It didn't happen while he was here, and he was like, well, no, I can't do it. And I said, well, there's the beauty of StreamYard and conference calls and all of that, so it is still possible. But as I inch ever closer to that goal, I do want to thank everyone who has joined recently for doing so and for sticking around, because you have to watch the videos, interact, and all of that to stay subscribed. So I do want to thank you for that. And just as a reminder, there is something that you will want to check out before the end of the month. If you go back to the videos at the beginning of the month, you might find a little surprise. And I do one of those every month. Just saying. So this is, as you've seen the thumbnail, a WIPs, FOs, and FAQs video. I am thinking about changing the thumbnail for this. I haven't yet, but I'm thinking about it because of the other segment that I've started, Life Lately. That sort of is the FAQs part of this. So I don't know, I'll rename it something else. But, or maybe I'll just keep it and you can ask me crochet questions if you want, or yarn questions, or whatever. Because, I mean, being able to answer those, you know, would be cool too. So anyway, I only have one whip right now. I tend to be a one whip kind of person, and it is the Granny Spiked My Ripple blanket that I have been working on, but I wanted to show you guys my progress because, where's my stitch marker? So this is what I showed you when I last started. I had this much done to this stitch marker here, and I have since put in this much. So I have pretty much doubled what I put in, so it's triple the length that it was. So this is 2, right, and then there's another whole section. So I've put in 16 rows on this blanket, and I am just steadily going. As a matter of fact, this morning I could not sleep. I was up at 1:30 in the morning. For what reason, I have no idea. I was up so early. But I tried to, like, okay, well, I'm going to read. And that did not help me relax because I got too deep into the book that I was reading, and almost an hour later, and I was like, nope, I'm up. I'm up. I'm up. But I was like, I need to do something else. So I got up and came down to the living room and started working on my blanket. And I think I put in 3 rows just in sitting here this morning. So that was nice. And I didn't have a video for today, So I know it's going to be late for me when I put it up, but it'll still be daytime for people in the States. So it'll go up for you all. So this is the only whip that I have, and it's all made out of Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. This variegated is cinnamon cedar. This brown is cinnamon, and this reddish is terracotta. And I'm just doing the Granny Spike My Ripple Stitch, 2 rows of each color, and then I change. So you can see I'm doing the variegated in between each one. And I have reached the tail end of this, of the ones that I got before my friend went back to the States at Christmas and brought me more back. And I have probably one more section of each of these colors, and then I'll be finished with that yarn too, which is why I'm very, very glad that she did bring me some back, because I wouldn't have been able to finish the blanket without it. So now that I have the yarn, I haven't cracked into it yet, but now that I have it, I will be doing that. So this yarn here, right, because I've worked on this in 2024, this counts in the Stash Down 2024. This part does not, right? And I'm going to keep the stitch marker there just so you can see. And also the stash before cash, right? Because all of this is still yarn that I've done this in 2024. This I did in 2023. This I've done in 2024. So I'm going to count that. So this is 3 balls of the Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn print. Maybe I should have added this up before I did this. That's not the right one. It's over here somewhere. Here it is. So 3 balls of that at 252 yards. Oh gosh, now I need a calculator. Okay, well, let's see. I'll come back to that in a minute. I'll add it up, but I'll come back to that in a minute. So the other things that I have are things that I'm going to show you via picture, because they've already been given to the people that they were going to go to. So the first thing that I finished was a set that I'd been working on for a friend of mine at work who we were having a diaper dash. So that's just where we bring diapers for someone who is gonna have a baby at work. We don't necessarily have a baby shower. I don't know if we're allowed to or what, but we didn't. So she's very much into Star Wars, as you've seen in the picture. So I made the Yoda hat, the lightsaber, and the diaper cover. And then there's a second picture of how it was used at the diaper dash. So someone had come to me and asked me if I could do it. And I was like, well, I'm already making it. So yeah, of course. But I did have it. And if you are in my Facebook group, then you've already seen those pictures, because I did post them before. Once I had gifted them, I was like, now that I've gifted them, I can show them, because I didn't want to post them anywhere until she had gotten them. The other thing that I started and finished after that was the bed that my daughter wanted me to make for her stuffed animal. Well, bed and a blanket. So it looks like a little cradle, because that's what she said she wanted. I thought she wanted like a sleeping bag, and that's what I was working on. And then she told me no, so I had to change my entire plan. But it all worked out. She loved it. It's great. She carries her little stuffed animal around in it, so she's happy. And that was made with one of the yarns I got in Vienna that she picked out. It was in the second yarn shop that we went to. And again, I never would have picked that yarn out if she hadn't have wanted it. So the other things that she wants me to make, I'm trying to figure out how to do that because I'm not very good at clothes for like stuffed animals. So I've got to figure that out. There's something on my glasses. Yep, there's something on my glasses. Sorry about that, guys. So I have the other yarn, but I'm trying to figure that out. So with that, because I have those here too, I'll add those in while I'm talking. And then I did, so for the Baby Yoda, it was color, it was Kieran Simply Soft, and then some other balls of yarn that I had, and I used those that way, plus, okay, and then finally I finished my Tunisian Entrelac C2C washcloth. And I used the Farmer's Cotton, 8/4 cotton for Hobie, and those were balls that I had, but I didn't have a lot of the gray left. So that's one of the reasons why I chose to do the yellow, the gray, and the black. Because I'd use the gray for something else, I don't remember, but so all total with the 3 balls of the cinnamon cedar, the 2 balls of the stuff for the cradle that I made for my daughter. And let's see, this would be 350 divided by 2. Well, you know what? We'll just say that I used a whole one because I used half of one of each of these. So I'll just put a whole one in there. So, and then the yards that I used for the washcloth, all total this month, I have used 1,356 yards of yarn. It doesn't seem like a lot when I think about the fact that I don't have a lot of projects, but this blanket is huge. And the variegated yarn is not that big. It's not that big, and I've put in 3 skeins just in the 16 rows that I've shown you, because I'm doing it in between every color. So it is taking up a lot of yarn. A lot of yarn. So that is what I have for you for Stash Down 2024 for my current whips and FOs, finished objects. And there are a couple of things that I want to start. I do want to mention that I did work with Sam over at Memphis Makes for a digital accounting and inventory of my yarn library. So that was a couple of hours, more than a couple, but it was a couple of phone calls, video calls of going through my stash and seeing exactly what I have. And I was like, I definitely know some things that I want to make next. So I have some things on my list. and hopefully I can knock those out soon. But I am so glad that you are hanging out with me, and I'm gonna wrap this up and I'm gonna get some sleep because we have a busy weekend, and I hope that you all are doing well and staying safe and warm and dry and whatever other things that you need to be. And as always, be the change you wish to see in the world, everyone. Ciao bella!